Hello there, folks. How are you again? Sean Mourinho here out at the Sports Hut by the owner, Big Clifford Adams here. I was invited out this evening to which quite a lot of people have missed this here, and I can't stress the fact. I'm just going to get uptight here for a moment or two. A lot of people have missed out on a very, very valuable, informative evening. I've enjoyed myself. I have thoroughly found out a lot of different stuff which I thought I may have been aware of, but I wasn't aware of bloody well half of it. It's absolutely fascinating. I have with me here Clifford Adams, the owner of the Sports Hut. Balmain is top-notch analyst. I have with me here Mr. Gary Lear from Jason Lear, I should say, from Lear.com. Jason is the performance analysis artist. Now, this man has talked and talked and talked for 3 hours, and my ears never got a wreck because it was all interesting, informative stuff. Jason, hello, how are you? Glad to meet you. Nice to meet you. It was great to listen to you and to some of the stuff you were talking about there. Where did you get your inspiration for all this here? If you just want to come in a bit.
Really, I suppose from playing sport from a very early age, watching it on the TV, I always sort of had, I think, an analytical eye. I would have always been looking at, I suppose, the tactics of a game more than I would have been about an individual player, how good he was. I always seem to want to plot the downfall of the opposition. You know, why are they not doing that? Why are they not doing this? And then I just became familiar with analytics and things like that, and things like Moneyball theories that were out there, and really got into it. So 7, 8 years ago, I would have got involved from a point of view of old-fashioned way, video recorder, video camera, and pausing and stopping the tape. Obviously, software's got involved and technology's moved on from there, so our life is much easier now with software. So, and then really inspiration-wise, I suppose, from my point of view, in Welsh rugby, it's been used very, very effectively. I think people like Rhys Long down at the Welsh Rugby Union, very good analyst, you know, in a football environment. You've people like Gavin Flegg up at Man City, you know, again, very good at his job. So, and one of the leading guys in performance analysis.
And indeed, you obviously had the gentleman here beside me. You had Big Clifford over at. It was well published in the local papers here. Clifford, you were over at the Welsh House of Rugby, and you enjoyed yourself, and it was in the papers when we came back. You'd found out so much of a different range of stuff, Cliffy. You know, like it must have obviously didn't blow your head. It just made you more. You know, it was something for you wanted to grab onto. Obviously, so you provided this gentleman to come here this evening for this.
Oh, definitely. I just wanted to try and show everybody that there's so much more out there than they think themselves. Like there's so much that people think they know, but there's a hell of a lot that they don't. And I just wanted to give people the opportunity, something free, you know. And it was 3 hours, and it was the man tried to cram a lot in, but you would need about another 3 days to get everything that man knows into it, you know. But we went over to Wales. Jason, I was a guest of Jason. He took me over. And it was fantastic. You know, it's a completely different level than over here, obviously. You know, you're talking millions of pounds with the staff they have over here compared to about 10. You know what we have. That's pounds, by the way. That's pounds, not... But there's so many things that you can water it down and bring it down to our level. And I think even, which I thoroughly enjoyed tonight, was seeing our under-17 manager for Balmain United, Blocker, who's an old-fashioned guy, superb coach, but to see him here, and he stayed the 3 hours, and he was really interested.
He's still standing there yarning away, you know. He's finding out more, you know. It opened. It definitely is open.
To me, that's what it's about. Somebody who's old-fashioned, like Blocker, but is willing to learn. And I think he was awesome. You know, he asks questions upon questions upon questions because he wants to learn. He's rightly on in birth.
Cliffy. That's because there's so much information.
There's so much information. But if I can tell anybody, there's some people who think they know. But anybody that wants to progress at football, you're never finished learning. You're never finished learning. Whether you're 17 or 70, there's something new every time you see a game. And everybody has to be aware of that. You know, there's some people aren't. There's some people live in a wee bubble and they think they know it. But I'm here to tell you, you don't. And you need to come to things like this to try and broaden your mind. It's not going to make you Jose Mourinho, but it might add 2 or 3 things to your coaching tools that will come in handy.
Well, Cliffy, I have to say, from Sean Mourinho's point of view, on a serious note, you know, like I like my football. I've read my books, you know, and you know, like we all have our own confidence in our game, and we love the game, and we all try to confess to this, you know, like. There is so much there to learn. I'm taking as much paperwork out of here tonight as possible. I'm taking it home. I'll return to you and I'll turn around and say, Cliffy, by the way, I like that there and I like this here because I want to learn about it, because there's so much more there, you know. And that puts an emphasis for me as far as the free night in the sports hut here has been concerned. A lot of people have missed out here, you know what I mean? And I would just suggest that if there's any more wee seminars like this here going on, keep your eye on and you know, get out here and enjoy it. There's a cup of tea and a coffee and you get to meet different people. And I've met some fantastic people here tonight. And Cliff, I'll just, as I say, you know, like, so what is your plan for the rest of the year? You work with the rugby analysis in Wales, obviously.
No, I'm based in Northern Ireland myself as a business, but I would work all over the UK. I would spend a lot of my time teaching others, so I run courses on performance analysis on an ongoing basis. I'm about to fly out to Birmingham, doing one at the Birmingham FA on the 14th. Sorry, flying out on the 14th, but the course runs on the 15th and 16th over there in England, and then I'll be back and hopefully running one year again, sort of around about November time, where we're running another course. I've just completed one there where Cliffy had, I think it was 3 of the Ballymena staff on a course that we just finished in April, and I'm also involved in a wee project where we're hopefully going to open up a centre of performance analysis down there in Belfast as well. We're working on a wee project to hopefully open up a centre with an indoor 3G analysis suite, along with a gym and things like that for not sort of bringing the elite concept down to grassroots, so that grassroots athletes can come along, they can do their training, they'll get a background of, they can use the analysis suite if they want, they can be videoed, they can get feedback from us, and we're hoping to have that open, or the plans are to hopefully open something up here in about October.
Well, I can safely say that I would imagine that'll go right through the roof, because if there's anything, I think we chatted about, we embarked on it earlier on, if there's anything that this country needs at grassroots level, and from on up them stairs right to the very, very top, it's a whole regenerating reverberation of the furniture which is there, because there's old chairs there and they're starting to rot, you know what I mean? And it's a results-based game. And to get them results, you need the best equipment, you know what I mean? And it's quite obvious that you seem to be you're definitely well clued in there. There's no doubt about it. You know, you've got, definitely, it's fantastic, Cliffy, isn't it? You know, it's just, folks, I'm just going to end the interview by saying it's fantastic to have a gentleman that's here to talk to. It's fantastic for Cliffy to be able to work with a gentleman that's here and to invite him to this great sports hut and all that's taken to do with it. I've had a fantastic night. I've had a great night listening to you. I've had a great night with my friend Cliffy, and I just want to say thanks very much for everything. And I just want to say thanks very much to you and all your inspiration that you're passing around the country. And I certainly hope that it all falls right in for you. And I can't see it not falling in for you, because you definitely are a man with a genius touch as far as the explanation of the situation is concerned. So from Sher Mourinho here to this gentleman here and to Big Clifford, thank you very much indeed. And thank you very much indeed. Sherman Wright, Sher Mourinho, BSN TV in the sports hut at the sports analysis evening. Thank you.